So, do you ever look back at the emails from that time?
No, I never got emails. I didn't send an email to nobody. I didn't send an email to anybody till like 2003. That's the first email I ever sent to anybody.
Really?
It was like 2003.
So you had it for years and just didn't use it?
Nope.
And now, like, king of technology almost among comedians. Like, not like nerd stuff, but like you're in all social media platforms and stuff.
Yeah, but I can't tolerate. Like, I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on a lot.
Yeah, but you don't know how to take pay. They get all blurry and stuff.
Every fucking day. Every fucking day, I get 4 requests for LinkedIn. And I don't know what it is. I don't know who they are.
They just want to network with you socially.
Listen, I've said it once.
LinkedIn.
Listen, I've said it once. I've said it 1,000 times. I don't want no more business people. It's like business for who?
For people who don't
why
have
they
business?
keep bothering me? I didn't set up a page. I didn't even set up a fucking page. You understand me?
That was so sincere. Why?
I can see if I bothered you and then you bother me back. I know nothing. One day I started getting fucking friendship requests from business invitations to be my friend. I'm like, who is this? What is this? Lincoln, then ignore? I don't know nothing. I just erase them now. Every day I get 4 or 5 people want to be my business network. Why? I got no money. I can't do nothing.
You don't want to network?
No. What
network?
What network? What? And talk about what?
So you can let people know how you're doing professionally.
I'm not doing nothing professional. I'm sitting here with a fucking little Jew from Boston who kicked the shit out of me in jiu-jitsu. You know, that's all I'm fucking doing. What am I doing? I'm not doing nothing. What am I going to talk to you about? I got enough problems.
You just should just make a LinkedIn account and have it just be, I'm not doing nothing. And then they'll leave you alone.
But Lee, here's the thing. I never set one up.
You must have clicked on it at some point, or maybe people are just putting your name in.
Why people got to bother me? I don't want to bother. Listen, I don't want to fucking, I don't know. Instagram, that means I got to take pictures.
Right.
I don't want to do that either. That's too much work. I got to go back to Sprint, the fucking Wi-Fi. I can't send pictures. I can't send pictures of nothing no more.
That must suck. Jesus Christ, Joey, 500 milligrams.
What's it? Want to do another one?
Not really, but
We're ready.
I don't really have a choice.
Fort Lauderdale was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, you said. Thank you for spending time with my dad, by the way. He had a blast.
He's a good dude. Like I said, you're very fortunate to still have him. Just sitting there with him just brought back, it just made me realize how lucky you were. Like how lucky a lot of people are that your dad's around to see you there. And sometimes I'm like, why doesn't Lee live close to Dick? Why don't you guys live together, share an apartment?
Oh, jeez.
Like Oscar and Felix. And I understood the other night.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. I would have him around. But I understand how you want your space. You don't want your dad to see you on a hit of acid. You don't want your dad to see you.
Hear me having sex with Paula?
Right.
Like, a couple of times an apartment has popped up, like, in the building of Paula's, and I'll see a sign, I'll joke, hey, maybe I'll just move in down there. And I couldn't even imagine, like, how would we ever be able to have sex again if we live in the same building as her mom? So, yeah. No, I love my dad, but he's happy down there. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to live together. I love...
No, but I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about just sometimes I see...
some people make it work, though. Some people have... Like, Johnny Rock has a great relationship with his parents.
And where do they live?
I don't know where they live, but they live... He lives with them. I don't know where they live, but... Some people make it work.
If my parents were alive and they have a house, that garage would be the fucking $1 million garage. You understand me?
Still, at 50, if like you hadn't gotten married,
I would have still fucking been there. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I see you motherfuckers moving out and creating debt you don't need. You're so fucking stupid. You're so fucking stupid.
It's crazy. Maybe it's because you had a little bit more
I didn't
relaxed.
have it.
Yeah,
I didn't have it.
Well, not that you didn't
have it, and I wish I had it. I wish. Listen, okay, here it is, plain and fucking simple. Okay, this is what I wish would have happened. That I had somewhere to stay with no rent till I was 24, 25. That's what I wish. To give me that little jump start. that little jump start would have given me enough for a car. I could have done school. I could have done a lot of things. And I had friends who stayed at home longer. But under the right circumstances, if your parents owned the home and your parents are comfortable and they had a couple bedrooms downstairs, you know, there's some families that it does them well. You know, you take the garbage out, you mow the lawn, you shovel the snow. So what? And you save fucking $600 a month, $700 a month, all those years that your friends are already getting in debt right after college. I want you to hear me out here, what I'm saying to you here. Those 2 years after college are fucking crucial. Are fucking crucial. So, okay, you got a gig. You got a gig making pizzas and you valet park, and the valet job pays you $300 on Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Right.
So you basically got no social life. Now you're interviewing to get the job that you went to college for. But the whole time you're paying $6 a month rent. And you're paying your student loans or whatever. You could defer them for a year or whatever the fuck the deal is.
You only get 6 months.
6 months or whatever. So tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're 18. You come out when you're 22, 21.
Right.
You need 2 years. Just 2 years in the basement. 2 years that you do your own laundry. You give your mom a 50. You drive your dad to the doctor. You mow the lawn. It ain't too bad, Lee.
Well, so what happens if 3 months in you get a job? Are you still staying there? Because that's where I'm like, no.
I would stay there until I got a little jump start, Lee. I would stay there until I got a little jump start. So I go to college, now I got a job making 80 grand a fucking year. Let's pretend 48, 5. I'm staying at my mother's. I'm staying down in that fucking basement for another 2 years till they throw me out.
I don't think it's good. I see a lot of people doing that now, and like they don't know how to deal with buying furniture, paying tax, like all that weird shit.
No, you don't understand. I'm not talking about mom. I'm living downstairs and you're doing everything. I'm talking about mom. I'm taking over the downstairs. I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna put that shit in storage. I'm gonna put a little wall over there. I'm gonna put some rat traps and some mice trap downstairs. I ain't cooking downstairs, but I'm gonna put a couch downstairs and a bed. I've seen 1,000 of my friends do it. 1,000 of my friends have converted beautiful downstairs basements. Beautiful. You can't disrespect and you can't do blow and bring bitches over there like you'd like to. But you know what? Usually you meet a girl and it all works out. I'm telling you, a little cushion always can help you out. When I was 21, 20, 22, 23, you have no idea. That's all I was praying for. Was a cushion. And I had one with the benders. And I blew it. I had one right when my mom died with the benders. I could have stayed there till whatever, but I blew it. And then I found another one with the runnies. It was like $40 a week. It was $200 a month.
That's not bad.
Okay? And you follow me? $200 a month is better than $800 a month. Especially when you could sneak upstairs and get a meatball sandwich or get cereal and milk, something to bail you out in the morning when you're hungry.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, and I think you're different too now.
I could see that you wanted to fly the coop.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I flew the coop at fucking 19. I flew the coop too, and I knew I was always going to fly the coop. I didn't know when, but I always knew, like Texas. People would talk to me about Texas and Houston and Colorado and California. But what really surprised me about Colorado was that every time I watched something on ABC, especially as a child, they always said, 6 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Mountain. And I didn't have the internet, so I had to get an encyclopedia.
Find out what mountain time was?
The mountain time zone was. Huh. And I looked at those states. And I remember going Wyoming, Colorado, I think it's Utah. I forget which one up north more. But I was like, this is amazing. Nobody talks about these states. Nobody talks about this mountain time zone.
So you just wanted to go see what it was?
So it fucked with me. It fucked with me. It fucked with me constantly. Like, that's why I went to Colorado. That's one of the main reasons I went to Colorado.
Just because of the mountain time zone?
Because it fucked with me.
How was it?
Nobody talked about it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, sure I liked it. I ended up living there, dying there, getting the voice. Yeah, I liked it, but it was all, I'll tell you where else as a child. Intrigued the fuck out of me. Seattle, Washington.
Why?
I don't know, because of the Supersonics in the 77 series.
I always wanted to live in New York City.
Did you?
Yeah.
There was something about Seattle, just hearing about Seattle, it intrigued me.
Yeah.
And then in '87, I watched Goodfellas, and they talk about Seattle. That's where Henry Hill was. And I'm like, I can't believe all these crazy people go to Seattle. Then in '94,
Cobain.
they're from Seattle. I'm like, fucking Seattle is in the news again. And then at night, I told you that I would go home and the comedy newspaper at the time
Right.
was published out of San Francisco. Just for Laughs, comedy newspaper, was published out of San Francisco, but the guy booked San Fran, Reno, and Seattle. So in all the issues of that newspaper, he always had the logos for those clubs. And I would always look at the Seattle logo and go, wow, someday, if I ever get funny, I'm going to play that fucking club. I swear to God, if I ever get funny, I'm going to play that fucking club. I'm going to figure out how to play the underground as a fucking MC or a feature.
Did he play it?
Listen, dog, and I fucking got into comedy, and I was into it 3-4 years, and I featured in Minnesota, in Michigan, I'm sorry, and I met this girl, and I go, what are you going to do? And she goes, I'm moving to Seattle in a week. And I go, well, I'll go up there and see you on the way to Colorado, on the way to Seattle. Stop in Colorado and see me. And that's Crazy Carol. And that's how I ended up in Seattle.
Jesus. And then, but did you play that club?
The Underground?
Yeah.
First club I ever did a feature spot at in my life. I opened up for Glory Kit Martin. I had MC'd before. I had MC'd at the club in Baltimore. I had MC'd at one of the clubs in Denver. I had MC'd in,
So you traveled as an MC?
yeah, 300 a week for like fucking 19 shows.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know that.
Michigan hired me. Baltimore hired me. One of the clubs in Denver hired me. Club before. Never mind the fucking Comedy Underground. And I was going to move back to Boulder to do the sports betting service. I moved to Seattle in June.
Okay.
And
Football starts in August, September.
by the end of August, he came to me. By middle of August, they called me and said, you want a feature? We'll give you a feature spot the first week of September. And I was like, fuck football. I'm staying here and I'm featuring. And I featured. And then
That's
from
crazy.
featuring there, I got a bunch of little jobs. And I said, listen, I won't be back till October. Then I started my own sports betting service. And I got another call. And they're like, listen, we want you to fucking, we want you to do the Seattle comedy competition. It starts in November. So I said, what am I going to do? I'm going to call this guy. Fuck it. I just start my own sports betting service.
I was gonna say you like made a choice for like comedy, like that's pretty cool. But then, how do you start your own betting service? You're just taking bets? Or are you giving
No,
out picks?
because
or?
a sports betting service is basically when you sell somebody information, which is when a person knows people who give you the scores and know referees the game.
And who are your references at this point?
I know a couple friends that knew people. I know a guy who played hockey, shit like that. No, listen. You just have a hunch. Listen, when I worked for the sports betting service that I worked for, it was basically 3 or 4 guys that made a decision, that had been involved in it for a long time and really knew the game, that made a decision. But one of the things he told me once that really stuck out in my mind, he goes, I want you to know something. Pete Rose was betting on baseball, and he was losing. Art Schlichter was betting on football, and he was losing. And there's a bunch of other names that he dropped, and they were losing, and they actually played the game. What makes you think we could be accurate?
I don't understand what he meant by that.
These guys were playing the fucking game.
Oh, and they were betting
every
okay.
goddamn day, and they were losing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They were involved. Art Schlichter was the quarterback with the Indianapolis Colts way before you even thought about fucking football. You were still sucking your mom's titty when he was throwing touchdowns. He was betting on football, and he was the first guy to get banned. If you want to double-check the NFL, Art Schlichter was the first ball. I think he was out of Indianapolis when they were something else. Before they were the Colts, they were the Indianapolis something.
Well, the Baltimore Colts.
Well, this is when they were Indianapolis before all that shit went down.
Schlietzer.
NFL Art Schlietzer. SCHLITZER. NFL quarterback. He's the first guy to get fucking banned, I think, Lee.
I'll keep looking for it. That's not how you spell his name.
So he once said it. He goes, if all these guys were playing the game
There it is.
and losing, what makes you think we could bet this shit?
That's crazy. But were they involved with those, like with the throwing the games? Or they were just
No. All they did was make a prediction. They're like a stockbroker.
And how can
for
they
the
make
NFL.
a prediction when people are cheating? That's what they're saying.
No. Nobody's saying nothing about cheating.
Well, isn't throwing games cheating?
No, they weren't throwing games. The sports betting service isn't throwing games.
No, I'm saying the players.
No. Art Schlietzer was betting on himself or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Okay.
I don't know if he was throwing games or just betting other football games.
Got it.
Sometimes they just bet other games. So they don't fucking know. Do you follow what I'm saying to you?
Right.
So if I'm a quarterback for the Jets and I'm betting the fucking Buffalo-Miami game,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I played against both those motherfuckers,
So
right?
you know who's-
I know both their defenses. I know what both those quarterbacks could do. I've been playing football since I'm fucking 7, right? To be an NFL quarterback, you just don't decide to be a quarterback when you're in college and start throwing fucking darts. You've been throwing darts since fucking Pee-wee football.
Right.
You know? So you know this game. And all of a sudden, here you are, and you're a fucking junkie. You're a betting fiend. And you're gambling. And you can't fucking pick a winner. Do you follow what I'm saying to you? So if you're an NFL player and you can't pick a winner, what does that tell you?
That you can. No one
Nobody
can pick
can.
it.
Nobody
Yeah.
can. So
Right.
nobody can be as accurate as they say they can. So here I am living in fucking Seattle. Right? I'm hustling. I'm doing little fucking videos for industrials, for AT&T and companies like that. They're mailing me checks. I'm getting $50 a show here. I'm living with this broad. You know, she spends with 3 hands. She's a fucking stripper. I got no way to make a living. I go, fuck it. I'm just going to do the sports betting thing on my own.
And how do you advertise that?
Okay, nice and easy. So I bump into this dude who knows a dude who works for a fucking phone company.
Oh yeah.
This is the craziest thing ever. I'm thinking about it for like 2 weeks because now I got to stay there. And I'm at Josh Wolf's place. Or maybe I'm at the Underground. See, the Comedy Underground upstairs had a sports bar. And that's where all those sports people hung out. The Mariners hung out there, and the football players hung out there.
Seahawks.
The Seahawks, not the basketball team. They were black. They hung out on the other side of town. They hung out at a jazz club. No, I'm not trying to be cute. I'm telling you the truth.
Oh, okay.
With my comedian friend Rod Long, they hung out at a different atmosphere. They hung out with a place where people drank wine. Everybody was beautiful. I went there a couple times with Rod Long. He took me there a couple times. But the other place was like Roddy McDowell. We used to hang out with Pearl Jam and fucking, I don't even remember the football players from Seattle that hung out there. But they were like bar guys, you know?
Right. The offensive lineman.
Okay, so I bump into this fucking dude. We're just talking one day. And he's telling me that he's working for some phone company and they give you an 800 number for free. If you subscribe to the service, it's 8 cents a minute. I don't fucking know. You know me. I'm stiffing the company anyway. Doesn't matter what rate they give me. As long as we can do paperwork and there's no down payment, let's do it. So I start talking to the guy. I take his card. Just God goes, take his card. I take his card. One day I'm at a fucking newsstand buying a newspaper. And I look down and I see the best 100 sports betting services in the country. I pick it up. I know it's bullshit right off the bat. This is all one company who advertises, and they put down everybody else, and they put the top 3 companies in the top 5.
Oh, okay.
Because you just don't own one betting company. You own 3 of them. So I would be Joey Diaz International Sports.
Right.
You would be Lee Syatt, the King of Israel. And then we'd have Sports Mania, offensive money men from fucking Syria.
And just get all the business.
And then hire an Arab guy to answer the phone and say that they're What's that? What's with the oil? What's the fake fucking island?
Oh, Dubai?
Dubai. Say that they're from Dubai. Sports guys from Dubai. Get some fucking Arab to answer the phone. Hello. Listen, what's going on? Listen, over here we bet for thousands of dollars. That's all they want. That's all the sports betting service is. So I listen to what I fucking do. I read the magazine. I look at the guy's call, and I look where the magazine is printed and who puts it out. And I get the information. I call this motherfucker direct. And I go, listen, Doug, I know.
Were you watching Law and Order at this point? Like,
no,
how are you doing this?
This is because I'm a savage, right? I call this fucking moron in San Diego. I'm living in Seattle. And I go, listen, I just picked up your magazine. I worked for blah, 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 and I know what the fuck you're doing. I go, can you help me out? And he goes, what are you talking about? I did a survey. I go, you did no fucking survey. Right here, this is your address, this is your mailing, this is where your money. Look, you can't be that fucking stupid. I don't even have a fucking computer and I figured this out.
You're like a beautiful mind of criminal activity.
Right? I go, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he goes, well, nah, my partner, he's the sports guy. I put the magazine out. Yeah, okay. Listen, you're talking to Uncle Joey here. How do you do your angle? He goes, well, people call me and I sign them up for the season. Right there, I knew why the guy was retarded. Right there. Because you don't want to sign. Nobody wants to sign up for the season. They're going to try you first. They want you to give them a free pick before you give them the season. 2-3 picks, give them a weekend for free. You ain't got that type of time. You're going to foil before the season's over. Nobody's going to stick around for a season. People that are new don't know this. Young gamblers that lose a season, they don't know this.
And what do? You prepay for the season?
Yeah, these morons call up and they'll pay $9.99 for the fucking season.
And you get all the picks?
Every weekend you get picks.
See, that seems like a good deal to me now. I'm like...
Right, but that means you're with them. What if they start losing after week 4 and they take you down the tumultuous fucking road of death? By the time in week 10, you're going to keep calling these fucking morons?
How much does like a pick week by week cost?
So now they would call and they would go, listen, the package costs $15.99. I'm going to do this. Send me $9.99 today, and I'll get you started. And after a couple of weeks, you send me the balance. I don't give a fuck about the balance, Lee. I got your $9.99 already.
Right.
All right. So I go, do me a favor. When people call you, fucking names of the people who don't sign up with you.
You would say that?
Yeah, and he goes, okay, what do I get? I go, I'll give you, I don't know what deal I cut with him. I cut some funky deal with him, but it had to do with me not spilling the beans on his fucking magazine. I know that. Okay, I know he did something. We worked something out. He would not email me. He faxed me the names. Yes, he would fax me the names of people who called him but didn't pay.
That's a fucked up way to start a business.
Listen to me. So I would get those leads from him.
They're not leads.
Those are leads. Those are leads.
But they didn't want to buy.
So what? They didn't want to buy from him. They didn't hear Uncle Joey's pitch.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so boom. I call you up with the same piece of paper he's got. So he wanted to sign them up for the season. Right?
Okay. $9.99.
I come in and I go, listen, Lee Syatt, who's this? This is Joe Paterno's fucking nephew. All right, here's what we're doing.
Hello, sir.
I'm sorry. I just said that. I don't know why I said that. Who's this? Who's this? Joey Bananas. Who's Joey Bananas? I work for fucking All-Star Sports. You called us a month ago looking for the season. Yeah, I'm not interested. Hold on. Let me talk to you about something, man. Hold on. You spoke to my partner, Mike, right? Yeah, but he wanted $9.99 for the fucking season. That's why I'm calling you. Listen to me. My name is Joe Bananas. I've been around the fucking block, all right? I've been running with the big boys for 18 fucking years. I make my living off this shit. When you were fucking, jerking off with your friends, I was hanging out with Joe Namath snorting fucking coke off chicks' titties and finger banging bitches and shit. They're like, and people go, who's this? Who gave you my number? Who? And I just blow them away and I go, listen, I don't want to work with you for a season. I don't want to work with nobody for a season. I'm going to do this. Send me $200 to get started for $2,000. After I make you $2,000, you don't want to work with me no more? You go your way and I go my way.
How would you know that they won $2,000? They would just tell you?
Yeah, they tell me what they're going to bet.
So then
they're lying to me off the bat. They're telling me they bet $50 a game. That means they bet $500 a game.
Oh, it's under. I would think it'd be over.
They're always lying.
Okay.
They're always lying. They're always lying to you. So I would call these guys up and say, my name is whatever. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll give you 2 picks a week. You bet them for $1,500. That's $3,000. At the end of the month, you're up 12 fucking thousand. How much you going to like me then? But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 200 for 2,000, 10 points. And people would fucking sign up. I had like 20, 25 people at one time. But that means every Saturday, if I was on the road in those days, which I was, I'd have to get up, go to a payphone, get a calling card, and call every fucking client with a game.
Oh, okay.
An operation.
And then after you made them 2,000, would they re-up for another 200, or do you have other deals?
No, the 200, the 2,000 would never come.
No,
I'd go into them the next day if they won.
Oh.
I'd go right back to the tactics I learned when I worked for the company.
And they'd have to pay for the new one again?
Fuck yeah. That's where I made my money. So if I called you up, right, and you said to me, well, I'm broke, I already lost the fucking weekend, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I go, all right, 300, 300, and 300. Bet 300 grand, 300 total, and 300 parlay. That's fucking, that's...
$900.
450. That's 1,050. All right, so you're halfway there. Guess who you're calling the first thing tomorrow morning? Guess what the first call you're going to make after you win $1,000 is to?
To you.
To me. Joey Bananas, oh shit, great night last night. What do you got for me today? Listen, this is where it gets bad. What are you talking about? The information I got from the fucking Jew fell through. What do you mean it fell through? It fell through. I don't know what the fuck happened. So what's that mean? Does that mean we got to go to an outside source? What's that mean? It means that it's going to cost us more fucking money, all right? And I'm not fucking happy. I was supposed to go on a fucking cruise to see Jerusalem and see fucking Jesus when they murdered him and shit. How do you think I feel? I got the grandmother, the mother-in-law, and they go, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's going to cost me $100,000, so this is what I need for you to do, okay? I just broke it up amongst my partners. Do me a fucking favor. Go to Western Union. What are you talking about?
Go to Western Union.
Go down to Western Union and send me $1,500 fucking dollars. Joe, what are you talking about? I need $1,500. Listen to me. You won how much last night? 1,000. But that's not our agreement. Listen, I know you won $1,000. You won $1,000 with 4-star information. I'm gonna call this guy right now. This guy walks around with a suitcase with a handcuff on his fucking hand. Okay? I need fucking $1,250.
Damn.
I thought you said 50. Listen, I'm gonna cut your deal. I need $1,750. Send me $1,250 right fucking now, and we're gonna get the game of the fucking year. Can you bet us the $100,000 tonight? Joe, what are you talking about? I only bet $500. Listen, are you fucking listening to me? Do you think I would charge you fucking $1,250 if I'm not gonna make you $100,000 tonight? I want you to go to Western Union, send me the $1,250, call me back with a 10 days of confirmation, then call me back. I want you to tell me how many bookies you could put $10,000 in. Buy, click.
And then what do you say when your team loses?
You think I'm fucking happy? The fucking information fell. What'd you lose? I lost $150,000. If you lost $150,000, do you know what I lost, you miserable fuck? I lost $300,000. Plus, I'm not going to Europe. Plus, my wife left me for the fucking midget down the corner because he's got a bigger dick. Call me with yourself. You ain't got nothing, you fuck. Call me back later and I'll give you the game of the week. And I just hang up on him.
Really?
Yep.
And they call you back and give you more money?
Like nothing. They wouldn't give me more money, then I got to win them an envelope. But I know people who used to go in right there to them again, down 150 grand. Now what are you going to do? Now we got to go to the big leagues. I thought that was the big league. That was nothing. This is a ref in the NFL.
So how often were you going to Western Union? Did you just have like an account there?
Oh, fuck yeah. You have somebody who just picks up cash from Western Union all day long.
I can't believe you were at like
that's what I did.
The Funny Bone, and we're sitting at a payphone with the picks of the week.
One time in Oregon, one time in the other side of Washington, Pasco or something like that. There's like a disco inferno in there, the comedy room. They used to give you 10% off of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Jesus Christ, the food was bad. But what are you gonna do? That's how you start in comedy, man.
At least you got 10% off.
At least you got 10% off. You gonna play some music? You gotta fucking sit there like a putz.
I'm one step ahead of you.
No, you're not. No, you're not, cocksucker. What's up, Joe?
Jiu-jitsu was fun today.
Well,
beat up.
just don't come crying to me about jiu-jitsu.
I'm not crying.
2
That
weeks
was
ago,
fun.
you didn't want to go. Now look at you. Now you're a fucking savage.
I like it in the smaller classes. Hassan killed me on Thursday. We were doing the Anaconda one, the opposite of the Darce. It fucking killed me. But it's getting better.
Look at you. You're shrinking. You're getting more muscular. Pretty soon you're going to fucking be able to join the Mr. Olympia contest and shit. You be walking around without a shirt, bumping into people.
Oh, if I ever get a six-pack, I'm never wearing a shirt. That's going to be great. Not even a six-pack, just flat.
I love a man with goals. You got goals. Look at you thinking about 6-packs and fucking 12-packs.
Not even packs, just...
You're a fucking animal. You still go to 24-hour fitness and you told him to suck your dick. It's over. You ain't going
See, I don't know what to do now, because, like, I put a year into it, so, like, my rate's lower now. And plus, I gotta do something on the weekends. You won't let me not work out for 3 days. But now it's like $30 a month.
You still that fucking stupid Stairmaster without the handles.
Yeah, we know.
Jesus, you want another star?
No.
Let's do one
We
more.
had 500 milligrams, dude.
Let's break the record today. What the fuck? You only live once.
I might end now, but sure, let's just do it.
You got any chicken?
There's a full moon tonight.
You got any chicken cordon bleu left at the house?
I got a box left, yeah.
How many pieces in the box?
I get the big box because there's 6.
6. We're going over that later. We'll eat some chicken cordon bleu.
Okay.
We'll watch some late night television. What do you think? We're going to eat another Star of Death? What do you think?
Might as well at this point. Everyone emails me like, oh, 15 milligram metabol. I'm like, knock me out for the night. We're talking about doing 625 on a Monday night for no reason. And we have kettlebells at 11 a.m.
First of all, there's always a reason. There's 3 little fucking black kids with Ebola hoping they had a Star of Death somewhere right now in fucking Africa. There's somewhere in Iowa saying, I wish I had a Star of Death.
Let's do it for Ebola then.
And you're fucking sitting there going, 6 fucking stars. Who gives a fuck? You can't walk on one leg, Lee. Remember that.
I won't be walking.
You're as tough as nails. You got Uber anyway on speed dial, don't you?
I might have to tonight.
Who gives a fuck? You got to break you. Didn't you say you ate 3 stars and nothing happened to you the other day?
Yeah, that doesn't mean eat fucking 5.
What, eat a little piece of hash?
No.
Where's that piece of ass? Is it still here?
Yeah.
It's still there.
Leave that alone.
It's there fermenting. I could have 10 DEA agents coming here right now. They couldn't find that fucking...
Well, let's not taunt them.
I ain't gonna taunt nobody.
Oh
no, it was really nice. I saw... I'm talking about Fort Lauderdale here.
Oh, cool.
The sign seeing your dad, Dicky Syatt.
He had a good time.
Fucking place had good Chinese food.
You were saying?
The house
called me every night like the fried rice and the dumplings.
The house fried rice was very nice. I don't know what to... Guys, I'm not a fucking casino guy. Have I ever been a casino guy? Fuck no. I don't like no place that when I walk in there, their prerogative is to take my fucking money. What's up, Lee? What are you looking up at the fucking ceiling? full of your eyes all red.
I don't have a will or anything.
When you walk into a
Who's gonna get my
casino,
PS4?
when you walk into a casino, their prerogative is to take your fucking geeters.
Right, but it doesn't feel like that.
No, yes, it does.
It does.
They, you know, when you see a slot machine and you walk down that alleyway, it's like going down an alleyway and seeing a hooker.
Yeah, the slot machines I don't really get. Token Layer's good at them, but that's not how I feel. I love gambling. Whenever I go, I think I'm gonna win.
I give props when props are due. Talking Lair called the San Diego Raider game yesterday. He called the Raiders.
Oh, did he really?
Fuck yeah. Talking Lair's
He's
pretty
good.
good. He won you money last time. Don't fuck with Talking Lair. Talking Lair lives in it.
We won a
He
parlay.
sees it. That's right. Some people have a hard time winning one fucking game. You blast them with two, cocksucker.
But whenever I go into a casino, I don't feel like I'm gonna lose. Everyone says that, but in my head, I'm gonna win.
No. You didn't say. I didn't say that. In my mind, I think I'm going to go in there and win. That's how your mind fucks with you.
Right, yeah.
But you also know that their prerogative is to take your money. Nothing else. From the minute you walk in and you go up to that fucking table and you beautiful girl comes up to you and says, "What are we drinking tonight?" And you're like, "Oh, shit." And it's a whole illusion how they really, really get you. And don't get me wrong, it's fun. I sat there. I people watch. I think people watch when you're fucking high is brilliant.
It's pretty great.
You know, they had a great food court, and they had pizza there. So every night after the show, I went and got a slice of pizza. And I sat there one night with Dickie, and I sat there the other night with my friends, which I hung out with Lee Syatt since the 6th grade in North Bergen. Carlos Perez, Kathy Caltos, Mike Gwinnett. I mean, I'm sitting there with how lucky. Sometimes you hang out with 4 people that are from your high school. No. These were 3 people that were from my neighborhood. Gibbonette Terrace, Charles Court, 38th Street Park, and it was just, the conversations we had were fucking amazing. But the one thing that I realized while they were there is I'm on stage talking about sensitivity and all this shit, how Martina Maricon, his brother, Martin the Fag's brother, had a store on 41st Street, and it was called Herman. I don't know what the fuck it was called. His name was Herman, and the wife made Cuban steak sandwiches in the back for like $3. And we'd play a couple games of basketball, and we got hungry, we'd walk over there. I didn't know what the name of the store was because they just called it the Spick Store. That's it. That's what they called it. That's what it was. That's what it was. But guess what the other store was in our neighborhood?
What store?
The Chink Store.
Oh, yeah. We drove by it.
We know. We went in there.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be called Dragon Grocery when we were growing up. It was a Cuban-Chinese guy who had a beautiful Chinese daughter and a beautiful little boy. If I'm 50, the girl's got to be 48, 47, you know, the daughter.
Wow.
I was only a few years old, and on Sundays, they would make the best pork fried rice and the best roast pork, yakame, sliced thin with the fucking seeds. Forget about it. You'd sit there like, fucking, what did I do to deserve this fucking greatness?
The Spick Store and
So
the
you had
Chino Store.
and the Chink Store, not even the Chino Store, the Chink Store and the Spick Store. That's a sensitivity in our fucking neighborhood.
And would you say it to the store owner?
No, they knew it. They had heard the rumor. You know, eventually you heard the fucking rumor.
Jesus Christ.
How fucking crazy. And I said it on stage, and Mike Gwinnett and Carlos afterward, we were laughing our ass. They're like, how crazy is that? That was it. The Chink Store? Where you going? To the Chink Store. You want anything? You're walking up that fucking hill. It's 90 degrees. Fuck it. Let's give it a shot. But how lucky was I that and Kathy Caltos, and we were talking about playing basketball in that basketball court. What's the matter, Lee? You seeing things? Good for you.
I'm not seeing things.
You want to split a hit of acid?
No.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, Joey.
We should split a hit of acid.
No, we shouldn't. It's a Monday.
Yeah, that's right. It's a full moon. What do you think? Should we split a hit of acid?
No.
Just a little one.
There's no such thing as a little
they
one.
They got big ones up there, and we got a little one. We'll do a little one.
No. I think 625 is good.
Nah, I gotta go to kettlebell class tomorrow. I can punch her tomorrow, which would be good because she'll stick a needle in me to desiphonate the acid into all the parts of my body, and I just break out into a cold sweat.
Desiphonate?
Oh no, I just made up a fucking word.
I love it.
I got it. Tomorrow's the first time in acupuncture in like 4 weeks.
Are you excited?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Where's Dr. Amy been?
Down in Marina Del Rey.
Ah.
But now she's got all her clients back. See, the summer ended. So now the clients are back. Everybody's ready to get acupuncture for the winter. So she told me she's back here for the next 4 Tuesdays. So by next week, I'll be hunk hip hadooey. You know what I'm saying? Hunk hip hadooey. I don't even know what that fucking word means. I'm just dropping it on Lee Syatt with 625 milligrams of THC edible death. That's it. Now where are we going to go? How are you going to go
to the
I'm
hospital?
going to have to give you the rest of this bag because how are you going to get high with Paula now?
Yeah.
You got to eat 5 just to open up the game.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
3 is good. Maybe 3 and 1. Oh, are they selling the green ones yet?
I'm not sure. I'll find out for you.
Okay. Well, no. Can we talk about it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
find
Well.
out for you. The green ones are 50 milligrams, and they're going to release these purple ones to the 200 milligrams.
The green ones tasted great.
They're lemon lime.
Yeah,
right?
they were delicious.
Yeah, they're delicious. And these red ones don't taste bad.
No, but I was
What
just.
the purple ones taste like to you? Not bad. You said they
I didn't really taste much, and to be
they
honest,
were time delayed.
yeah. Oh, they were because those are 200.
Because
right?
I spoke to you and you were high,
Yeah.
and I was pretty high, and I passed the fuck out. I woke up thirsty as a motherfucker, like at 3 in the morning. The sleep apnea mask had fallen off, the whole fucking deal.
That's bullshit.
But, you know, it's I'm really lucky. Even when I said, like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, there's 4 people in the audience that I grew up with.
Yeah.
They'll listen to these stories. They're fucking back there laughing, you know. And he died when I talked about Marathon Woman. He fucking died. When he came out, Marathon Woman was a girl who sucked 16 dicks when we were in high school. I was not there. I heard the story. She did. Was pimping her out. But it
Pimping her
out? That was making her suck. Like Jimmy Denny would walk up to you, go, hey, Lee, give you a hug and go, Coco, how you doing? This is whatever her name. And after 10 minutes, he'd look at you, Lee, you want your dick sucked? And you go, what are you talking about? Just tell me, you want a blowjob? Coco, you want a blowjob? Yeah. And he'd look at this girl and go, suck that dick. And she'd give him the purse and she'd suck your dick and she'd suck my dick. And then she'd go back to him and they'd walk away. It was crazy.
You have good friends.
But he never did, you know, Jimmy Denny never.
Oh, you never had.
No. I was never one of the lucky guys. I always missed it by 20 minutes. I was always one of those assholes. And then he was telling the story that he was there the one night when she blew the 19 guys, and there was still like 4 guys in the living room, and she came out. And she said, that's it? Like, this girl was a nut. This girl was a fucking nut. Something
high
happened
school.
somewhere. In fucking high school.
So he just had heard the story too?
No, he was there. I mean, those guys, you know, they'd been. This kid Carlos Perez that came to the fucking show. Him and I used to do THC Crystal when we were 14 on Sundays for about 3 or 4 months. Me and the skinny Cuban kid would get high, and then he would go his way, and I would go my way.
Jesus.
And we weren't allowed to tell nobody that we had gotten high together. We didn't want anybody to know we were doing THC Crystal. So we would do it and then go on our own ways. Sometimes we'd hang for like an hour, and then he'd go meet a girl, and I'd go meet some guys and play basketball or some shit. That's how long I know Carlos.
Jesus. That's
Carlos and me go back all the way to Gibbonette Terrace.
How do you keep in touch with all these people?
I didn't talk to Carlos for a long time. Because I lost contact with Carlos probably at 18. And between you and I always loved Carlos. Carlos was one of those kids early on that he was just my friend. I just knew he was one of my friends. When our bond was that we were the only Spanish kids in the neighborhood, you know. When you're the only 2 Spanish kids that get accepted like that, you have a certain bond. And he was a Balzano kid also. He hung around. He was tight with Jimmy. And I was tight with Anthony. And we were all tight. So if you were tight with the Balzanos, you were tight with everybody. So this made us really tight, him and I. And after Anthony died, we became even tighter. And he hung around with my friend Dominic that drowned.
Wow.
When there was when we were juniors. But the story is a week, and I was going to ask him about this because I've heard it 1,000 times, and I know it's true. The story is that one night Carlos and Dominic busted into a Chevy store in North Bergen,
Okay.
right where we lived, right up the corner, a mile from where we lived. We grew up, and took the Corvette and drove out the front fucking window. And Bobby Bender, when I went home this last time, we were eating lunch, and he goes, "Did I ever tell you that I shot a gun at those guys the night they stole the vet?" And a couple days later, he goes, "I never got to see Dominic again. I knew it was him." He goes, I was on duty, and I recognized them running. They left the car and started running because they reported a suspicious car, and that one had been taken out of the showroom at McGuire Chevrolet, or wherever the fuck it was. It was the one closer to our house. It wasn't McGuire Chevrolet.
They did it a mile from where you guys live?
Yeah, on Kennedy Boulevard, which is like a main street. But still, we were like, down the fucking block, a mile. That's where we grew up.
They weren't that great at thieves.
No, they were crazy. They were crazy kids. I tell you these fucking stories. What do you think, that we grew up fucking trading baseball cards and and going to baseball games with a glove and waiting for the ball to land? No. I'm telling you that when I was 9, we walked to a fucking movie theater. I'm telling you that, no, these kids weren't fucking your ordinary kids, but they're still around. And Kathy Keltos, the girl that came,
Yeah.
we all went to the same grammar school. The only outsider in that circle was Carlos's wife. But out of the 5 people at the table, 4 of us had gone to the same grammar school at the same time. Me, Mike Winnett, Carlos, and this Kathy Keltos. Not only that, I was tight with Kathy Keltos' 2 brothers. I was real tight with Paulie. When I played basketball, Paulie would put Led Zeppelin live in the window of his house, and I could hear it, and I would shoot baskets to listen to fucking
Led Zeppelin.
live, yeah. That's how
nice,
back I go with them. That's how back I go with the Keltos. So she, here's a girl that was a butt. When I first knew Kathy, she was very quiet and shy. Like Rocky's wife, like not retarded, but she was really like, quiet, like. Mm-hmm. And she got married, and I guess she didn't have a life for 20 years. And then she went to a wake, and she met a guy at a wake, and she divorced her husband and married this guy at a wake. And after 2 years with that guy, she realized she just didn't want to be married. So she divorced him. She got a makeover, and she's a complete new, different woman, man. And I was looking at this girl just laughing the whole night because I know what she was and I know what she became. And even if she became that later on in life, she still got it one day. She goes, "It didn't take me to be till about 40 to realize I had raised a child. I didn't want to be married no more. And I didn't want to fucking be, I didn't want to be told what to do." She goes, "I live by myself. I have my own condo now. I come and go as I please." And she goes, "I'm having a great time." She goes, "When I leave here, I might have a booty call, or I might be able to go home and go to bed. I haven't made up my mind. But that's what I always wanted to do." And she goes, "For 20 fucking years, I gave my life to being married and cooking and, And she goes, "Now for what? My kids, they live in Nebraska. They go to college. They call me once a week. She goes, and this is what I just wanted to fucking get my life together and be who I wanted to be." It was really weird because I never heard somebody, like she said, "That's it. I stopped everything and took care of me for once." And it's really weird when people realize that. Everybody at one point in their life realized, like, when they're like, "Why the fuck am I getting up and going to do this shit? Today, I'm taking care of fucking me." And once you get that attitude, your life fucking changes, man.
That's hard, because you always hear, like, you have to never, like, you always say, don't stop working. Like, you don't need days off. all that stuff.
No, but she meant it in a way that she was trapped. Like she was married and she was trapped.
Oh no, for her it's cool.
And she always had a good job. She works, she's something for like a ship line, like those ships that people, what are those people that go on those things and they go from city to city in Mexico and
Cruises?
they get off cruise lines. So she goes on a lot of cruise lines because she works with them.
Oh, cool.
She's like some big shot. She makes a great salary. She works in sales. No, she's a big shot.
Oh no, I think that's pretty that's great, especially if she was if the kids are out of the house.
Well, her point was that she was married, for all that time. She had children, and then she thought that it was that she didn't want to be with that guy, so she married a different guy. Who I know the second guy she married really well. I knew his joke I knew him really well growing up. Him and his brother. I knew the dad was a cop. I knew all of them. We always giggled together. And she said that she still talks to him, but after a year of being married to him, she realized she just didn't want to be married. That she went from a marriage where she raised a child and had a husband and she cooked, and this was her college sweetheart, and that whole fucking thing to being a mom and blah, 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 and all of a sudden she got out of that to please another fucking husband. Once you get married again, you got to start from scratch with another guy. You got to figure out what he likes. He don't like meatloaf with onions. He likes his pants fucking dried and hung in the sun with lemon detergent. And one day she goes, Joey, I just woke up and said, that's it. I'm not doing this no more. She goes, I